What up? What's happening? Are you haters?
Haters, get at us.
You do it the right way. There it is. It's Friday, and if it's Friday, that means it's your opportunity to be heard on the Audible Sports Podcast, where sports meets life and culture. I am half of the world's most dangerous podcast crew, that is Bobby G and Wildcard Moore. And today we got with us live and direct from the rec room our special guest and one of our favorite potters in our little small podcast community, K-Whit. It's your boy K-Whit from the rec room sports. How you doing, bro?
Man, let me tell you something, bro. I'm having a great time right now. I had a Friday off. I did some cool stuff. I got
Nice.
kids waving in the background. They want to say hello to everybody too. So if y'all see a little hand or a small face, don't pay it no mind. They just in the building today.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. We know you're working on that basketball roster. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have trainers eventually, dog. I'm gonna have them ready.
Man, 2K already popping.
Somebody got to get a 99 on 2K or
you know what I'm saying? Hey, shoe deal at least. At the minimum, we need a shoe deal about it.
Shoe deal.
Hey, y'all know what it is. We got a good one for you. It's fight night. Well, it ain't fight night. It's fight night tomorrow. Fight weekend. Probably the biggest fight since I don't know, maybe Mayweather Pacquiao. We got Canelo Alvarez. We got Terrence Bud Crawford. They signed the paperwork. Bud putting that O on the line, and they gonna get it done tomorrow night at Allegiant Stadium. Probably gonna be about 80 some odd thousand in the building. Big event. We're gonna talk about it. Also, ESPN. This is the year 2025, which means this is the quarter. We are now a quarter within this century, 21st century. So ESPN went ahead and dropped their list of top 25 boxers of the 21st century. So we're going to take a look at that with our boxing pro not straight from, but later on tonight. He'll also be on Headkicks and Haymakers with the homie Bobby Blunts and Nick Bodkins. But we're going to steal all his ideas and good content first. Sorry for that. Yeah, you can do that when you got a show that starts early. You know what I'm saying? Timing is everything. But
you get it for her.
Yeah. Y'all get it from me first.
If you've been with us, you know what to do. You know what I'm about to say. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn your notifications on so you know the next time that we are here and you can be heard, which is every Friday, 7:05 Eastern, 4:05 Pacific. And now, you also know what I'm about to do. If you been with us, the first thing before we get into anything is we do some acknowledgements. We give our shout outs and recognition. And K-Whit, since you are our guest today, we'll let you go ahead and kick it off. And you wanted to give a shout out to this gentleman here. So go ahead, Mike is yours.
Man, first of all, I don't know if you know, but I got family in Philly. So if you know anything about the family in Philly, you know what I'm saying, they follow the word of Islam. So salam alaikum to all my brothers and sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? Because we still one people. I don't care which religion you follow. But when I say salam alaikum, I'm specifically talking to Mr. Turkey Al-Sheikh. Now, just like the gentleman earlier was talking, man, Bobby was talking about the top 25 fights. At one point in time, top 25 fighters. At one point in time, these boxers would dance around in what would be considered different divisions for different belts. So it's 9 belts. It's 4 different divisions of fighting. You got the WBC, got the WBA, and then on top of that, you got promoters who are running the fighters, and each promoter got a stable of fighters, and then they kind of circling each other. But a lot of them are not fighting each other based on the idea that the competition level does not dictate the funds that it would cost for you to lose a fight or one of your main fighters. That's the main thing. For you to lose one of your top fighters in your stable of fighters, the funds would not dictate the idea that I'm going to put him in the ring with Mars guy who is 18-0, and my guy who is 18-0, but he's 18-0 in England, or
Right.
he's 18-0 in Uzbekistan. You know what I'm saying? They raw. Don't get me wrong. It's some raw fighters in Russia and the parts of Western Europe. You got Chinese fighters, Japanese fighters, South Korean fighters. We got Manny Pacquiao, who represents some of those Asian islands. But the point is, prior to a guy like Turki Al-Sheikh coming into the fold, we would not get an opportunity to see a fight like we have today. Now, the thing is, this isn't the first one. Turki Al-Sheikh has come onto the scene and within about maybe 3.5 to 4 years' time, and put on fight after fight, spectacle after spectacle of men who are men and fighting each other. The best fighting the best for the top dollar. And everybody can make all the excuses but that they want to. But when Turki Al-Sheikh comes to your house or your gym and that paper is in front of you, ain't no excuses. And nobody else stopping you. Your promoter can't say nothing. Your trainer can't say nothing. That paperwork is there. And he has been proving that time and time again. And this is why he partnered up with someone like Dana White, who is on top of the promotion and fight game here in the United States. Because if you don't know who Dana White is basically the proprietor and owner of the UFC. And he began to cut his teeth back in the mid-'80s when MMA wasn't even a thing. You know what I'm saying? So to see the two of them join forces to promote and market several top level boxing events. They've had a couple so far, and I have to say, pretty much each and every one has kind of outdone the other. When they started having the fights in Saudi Arabia, when we started seeing the Gypsy King fights, and then somehow we didn't believe that we would ever get a chance to see who else was out here. We did, like I said, the Gypsy King fights. We never knew we was going to see Lomachenko have the fights he had. Somehow, some way out of nowhere, we all of a sudden learned about the heavyweight fighters that have never been seen in this side of the globe, like Alexander Usyk. But Usyk, of course, is a cruiserweight fighter. He went up to heavyweight. He's dominated. Like, all of these things are being brought to the forefront of American television or American pay-per-view, based around the fact of him having the benefactors he has with that Riyadh group from Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Now, he is what they call the director of entertainment for the UAE. Now, I don't know if you know, but if you directed my entertainment, that means I got some money in my pocket. Yeah, it's like this. Okay, I got some money in my pocket. If you are the director of my entertainment, that means I want to be entertained. I want to put my young prince of a son who owns 4 oil derricks, and I want to put him in the front seat to show what 2 men look like when they are going at it in their real warriors. And I'm gonna say, son, now you're a man after you sit in this front row. And that's what they do with Turki Al-Sheikh. So my shout out is to the one, the only Turki Al-Sheikh for putting on the spectacles that we have been witness to in the last 4.5 years, which is kind of like, this is like a culminating event because him and Dana White have put this together so that we don't even have to pay. All you got to do is resubscribe to Netflix. You know what Netflix is doing? Netflix, resubscribe. Right, resubscribe, right? Because Netflix got that thing where now you can add people's names, and they used to not have that second paywall. Netflix is about to watch the subscriptions go through the roof just for one day. Just for one day. You know what I'm saying? And the new thing that Dana White is introducing is having the UFC on Paramount. Watch how Paramount subscriptions jump up. So the main point of my soliloquy is to say that times are changing. You can't be a boxer and be scared no more. You can't be you can't be on the other side of the map and think I won't find you. Because if Turki Al-Sheikh comes to my house and puts that paper on my table, I'm signing it, and I'm coming for that bread, and that's it. And I can appreciate that as a boxing purist. I watch it. I've been watching boxing for a long time. Y'all remember them big illegal cable boxes? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Remember the penny trick?
But come on, dog. My uncle used to have that joint, man. I remember cutting them joints on, and my first time witnessing Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis used to be one of my favorite boxers because he was not exciting at all by far. But for some odd reason, when he put that left hand in your eye, you would hit the ground. And that is where my love for the sport of boxing kind of started. I thought I would be a bigger person so I could start boxing, but now I got like 5'11 and a half, and I stopped right there in middle school. But other than that, when it comes to it, man, once again, big shouts out to Turkey Al Sheik. Can't wait for the fights tomorrow. Even though, y'all, it's gonna be on y'all time. So I'm gonna be up to about 1:30, 2 o'clock. But I can't wait to see something like this. Canelo Alvarez, Bud Crawford, legacy on the line. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, and to Mr. Al Sheik.
You the real MVP.
There we go.
For sure.
All right. Mar has somebody he wanted to shout out, and this gentleman right here. The mic is yours, sir.
Yeah, got to give it to the general manager, Bryden. Let me get his name right. Bryden Gutenkust.
Good.
Gutenkust.
Good breed.
I'm not to assume, but I would say that he might be of German descent, but regardless, look, he's killing it as GM. Made a big splash, get the Michael Parsons trade, and so far it looks like it is magic. Got that defense looking legit. I'm talking about Super Bowl legit. Now, I'm not saying the Packers are going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to be in the Super Bowl, but if you like how they're playing right now, man, they're playing damn good football. Their defense is playing lights out. Only allowed 16 and 18, I think, respectively, in both games so far. But man, they are balling, and hey, got to give props to Gutenkust. He put the team together, and made the big splash. That was a huge trade, man. Huge trade. I know a lot of people love Zaire Alexander, but he moved off of me. It's like, hey, he costs him way too much. He ain't paying enough. And you kind of saw how Josh Allen exposed him on last Sunday night. But it is what it is. But hey, Gutenkust is doing his job, so shout out to him, man.
Yeah, you know what?
You the real MVP.
Me, I'm gonna keep it a little bit local. Shout out to my Las Vegas Aces, man. Hey, finishing out the middle of the season, everybody was it won back-to-back championships. It didn't bring it home last year. Missed out on the three-peat. The Liberty, came a long way. Everybody say, "Oh, the dynasty's done. They over." The way the season was going, it looked like it. They were 14-13 and took a L to bring them to 500. I think 500 for the first time in like 4 or 5 seasons. And then they turned on the gas. 16 straight to end the season, going into the playoffs as the number 2 seed. Asia Wilson definitely in the running for another MVP, and they have good chance to win their 3rd title in 4 years, and I'm hoping they do, because then I get another nice little shiny trophy to go up there next to for my little leaguers for bringing it home, So hey, to my Las Vegas Aces, hey, let's kick off. Hey, keep it going, man. Let's take 2 more wins, and they tied the actual WNBA record for most wins in the road, which would be 18. But hey, at least get the dub.
You the real MVP.
And at the last minute, somebody snuck in on me. Mark might like this.
Hey,
one of your homies. Stephanie Recur. I heard her say something that it's people like to say it's a touchy subject, or they get offended kind of when it's brought up, but it's the truth, especially in sports when it comes to finances and marketing and promoting the sport. But in an interview, she said she had been working on her English, and trying to prove that aspect of the game, because that'll make her more marketable. And I say good on you, because I remember once upon a time Stephen A. Smith got in trouble for saying that Shohei would mean more to baseball if he actually learned how to speak the language. And everybody got up in arms. Like, oh, but it's the truth. Like, regardless, he's an amazing baseball player, but at the end of the day, he's a visitor in our country. And I don't know if a lot of you out there have ever visited other countries. I have. And locals don't like it when you come in and kind of force your way on there. What I mean by force your way, a lot of people from America go to other countries and just expect them to speak English. Or even if you try and plan to find the English speaking places in that country to make your trip easier, more enjoyable, they still want to see you put forth the effort to embrace their culture and not just take from it, which is what they consider it. So, like, when I was in Germany for 4 years, and we would go to places in country, they appreciated when, as crappy as I sounded, when I would try to speak the local language. They appreciated it and actually respected us for it as Americans. So all I'm saying is, hey, shout out to Stephanie Ricoeur and her trying to embrace this, knowing that it not only benefits her personally, but professionally, and it benefits her profession, which she's trying to take to the next level. Like, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging that, man, and ingratiating herself to a whole new audience. So, shout out to her, and guess what, Stephanie?
You the real MVP.
Absolutely.
In many ways.
We going, sir. This is a family
Sir.
program.
I didn't say nothing.
Sir.
Hey, shout out to Professor Omar. Was that the Brody?
What up, O?
Something on my board is off. And then AP, evening gentlemen, evening to you, sir.
All right,
AP.
Big Allen, what's going on?
Absolutely, you got a shout out as well to give.
Paralysis.
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 Speaking of baseball, shout out to my Rangers for sweeping the best team in baseball, all without their best pitcher and two best infielders. Hey, shout out to my Guardians for taking 3 out of 4. I forgot who did they. You know who they played, Mar? I can't remember who they played.
All right, next.
Oh man.
Next is our newest, segment, and one that people are enjoying.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, what? Let me turn these comments off. There we go. Yes, the STFU, where hey, people just be talking, and sometimes they be out of pocket, and as friends, when you're out of pocket, we gotta let you know about it. So
Gotta let you know.
So again, we're gonna turn it over to our guest first. He got somebody he'd like to let know that they messed up just a little bit, and that's Young Thug. So go for it. Mike is yours.
Ooh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me tell y'all something, man. I'm a hip hop head, you know what I'm saying, but not just a hip hop head. But I'm a down south hip hop head. I'm a dirty south kind of guy, man.
Okay.
UGK,
Hey,
8 Ball,
riding dirty.
Master P, Trick Daddy, T.I., Jeezy. All of the trap era is different for me. You know what I'm saying? When you get to Atlanta, when you get to the Atlanta sound, and you start talking about Jeezy, Jermaine Dupri, T.I., Gucci Mane, OJ the Juice Man, even Waka Flocka. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple artists that really come to mind, but that second wave of the Atlanta era, which was kind of passed on from like the Dungeon Family, that second wave turned into the trap era. The second wave of trap era rappers that was kind of swaggish turned into Future and someone like Young Thug, YFN Lucci, Rollo, my man Rax on Rax. I can't think of the name of him right now, but the list goes on and on. There were several
Dash.
Roscoe Dash. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? J Money, first name, last name. Y'all know these songs. We've heard these songs, but Young Thug stands out to me as one of the most influential artists to come along in that maybe that 10, 12 year decade. He was on everything. He was popping, and then of course, with being in that scene, you may carry some baggage. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You got to talk about shootings and drug related paraphernalia and whatnot. Look at that. She know what I'm talking about. And it just so happens that you named your conglomerate of people signed up under you that were connected to the other side of the street, and they all doing some dirt. Now, I know somewhere in the conversation, somebody goes, "Well, Whitfield, what? K-Whit, what you?" I know I'm about to. All right, K-Whit, what you talking about? The whole point is, when you get locked up and you get acquitted, you get off the indictment. Okay, the indictment is basically saying that you are running a criminal organization through a record label, right?
Wow.
And them people let you go. They let you go, bro. They let you go. They let you. How? I don't know, but they let you, the head of the organization, they let you go. Y'all saw, we all saw Denzel Washington in American Gangster, right? Did they let Frank Lucas go? Hell no. They ain't let Frank go. Frank came out of that thing in 1987 and they was playing Can't Touch This and EPMD. Okay? That's how long Frank was in there. He went from James Brown to EPMD. Okay? That's a long time. Now,
What?
They let you go, bro. They let you go. When people ain't playing with you. You know what I'm saying? But you know what you did? You got on everybody podcast and you go, well, if we gonna commit crimes and be in a gang and we gotta go to court, we gonna go in with our head up, and if we get 20 years, we spend life in prison. Whoop-de-doo. No, sir. No. That you don't tell nobody. You say that at the crib. You say that when the camera's on. You say that when there's no microphone. I don't even want my iPhone near me when I start talking like that. You dig? You know what I'm saying? And I get it, man. You know, we slimed out over here. You know, Mob, G-Shine, all that. We know all about the gang culture down here in the South. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all on the West Coast, it's Crips and Bloods and all that good stuff. We got that over here too. But at the same time, some of our biggest representatives of that culture are blessed to be home, and they don't want no parts of a courtroom. And for some odd reason, Young Thug is really out here having conversations based around the fact that I don't think they're paying attention. I don't think he thinks that they're watching. You know what I'm saying? The same people that brought your lyrics to court, bro, are the same people that are watching these interviews, and they are waiting on you to slip up. So for me, respecting the craft, respecting his music, Rich Homie Quan was one of the pioneers of that sound as well. It's unfortunate that he passed away when he was just about to try and make a little comeback. It's funny how he's so influential that he brought up the Atlanta sound, but then at the same time tore it apart. You know what I'm saying? Gunna went in there and had his whole thing go on, and he's a young man. He got a lawyer. His lawyer said, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was you, I'd take the plea. He might not have knew what the plea it entailed, but the plea deal entailed him taking the stand and saying, yeah, I can't lie. I do know about 3 people that are in YSL that probably committed some form of this list of 24 crimes. 24 now. I know at least 3 people in here right now that did at least 1 of 24. That's all he said. Oh, but he a snitch, he a rat, he didn't see that. First of all, that young man got out of that situation and hit the ground running. He done dropped 2 projects, and Gunna stuff is fire. Please go listen for yourself. But the end result to me is that I think out of this whole situation, man, he feel like he ain't got his homeboys no more. He lost in the sauce. And with him being lost in the sauce, he's making displays of himself to show them how hurt he is. And if you hurt like that as a man, I would STFU. I don't want nobody to know. I don't need nobody to know. I don't care no more. After that, I'm gonna sit back and count my money. But he goes on podcast after podcast. He done talked to T.I. You know, y'all remember T.I.? T.I. was the real trap rapper. And then you found out how real T.I. was when they raided his house, and he had 146 unregistered firearms, including silencers and large magazines of ammunition. That was what was on the paperwork, large magazines, not the ones that hold 7, 8, 9 bullets, the ones that hold 150. Okay? That was your boy. That was T.I. Now, if T.I. tell you to calm down and let's get to it, let's get to the music, I think you should listen to T.I. You know who ain't do no time? Jeezy. Because as soon as Jeezy saw the writing on the wall for BMF, for Meech, for Blue Da Vinci, who music isn't all that good, but Blue Da Vinci was holding some weight. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy separated himself, his gangster self at one point in time from his artist self, and Jeezy prevailed. Somehow, some way, it's really hard for artists like Young Thug and others to separate themselves. But then we got artists like Mo 3, Young Dolph, Bankroll Fresh, who end up having their street life intertwined with their artistry, and they lose their lives. I think I'm gonna choose life after I get out that courtroom, bro. I think that's how I do. So respectfully, I love Young Thug, but after he drops some projects, he needs to STFU. There we go.
Daddy.
Yes,
Do me a favor.
yes.
Shut the fuck up.
There you go, y'all.
I'm about to fix some juice.
One I've been waiting on since I heard the name. Mar, floor is yours.
Come on, Ken. Come on.
Yeah, your boy Grant Delpit, man. Like, what I'm saying is, I know you can hit the man, and this is a good photo that Bobby chose that you can hit there on top of him. But
easily.
Yeah, and you saying easily like that, like all I'm saying is like be careful, man. Like poking the bear sometimes is like this man has a whole highlight career of just stiff arming people, like literally. And there's been some people on the Ravens uniform that been on the receiving end on it, but now he that is a Raven. You want to be careful poking that bear. That's all I'm saying, man. Like chill, like. But and they at home, and they had embarrassing loss. You don't think they motivated? They already motivated enough, and you give them more seasoning to the sauce. Oh, boy, man! All I'm saying is, look, you just might want to chill. Because it ain't no telling, he might want to seek you out and give you a nice little truck stick or a stiff arm. That's all I'm saying. Just chill, bro. Just chill. Just play ball. Like if you get him, cool. But be careful because the moment he gets you, they gonna come right back to this. It's like, oh yeah, you was talking. So that's all I'm saying. Do yourself a favor. Don't poke the bear and STFU. Shut the
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Man, he kind of earned the right to though, man. Look, ain't no help in that screen. Ain't no help in that screen.
Hey, this is a wild picture.
That's one on one. That's one on one.
You slick. I was like,
and you see the name. Yeah, you see it right there. Starting at the D. That is Grant Delpit. That is King Henry. Sideways, sitting sideways, like what was in them days.
Boy.
But
this one of them pictures he got in the corner of his locker room. He look at that every day when every time it's leg day. Oh, he see this picture on leg day. Oh yeah, he remember this.
Yeah, we shall definitely see Sunday.
And Dan Henry remember that. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the Swagnificent one.
Swaggy
somehow, like JaVale McGee, always finds himself in the middle of something. This time, like we talk ball and we talk. The funnest part about talking sports is speaking about the hypotheticals. Mm-hmm. Like 90% of all sports combos are hypotheticals. If Peyton Manning played in New England. Oh, if Drew Brees had this offensive line. Oh, if Barry Sanders played in Dallas, that's the fun. That's recently Tracy McGrady made some comments. He was asked a question, and he basically said, "If I played with Shaq, you don't think I'd win 5 championships, or would have won 3 championships?" And that has sparked some debate. Now,
Hmm.
my first thing is for the people. People, we are all one day not going to be here. We have to get used to speaking about people who aren't here. And we have to get used to the fact that it ain't disrespectful. Like, R.I.P. Kobe. Kobe's one of the greatest. Saying somebody was better than Kobe in total, or saying somebody was better than Kobe at a particular skill, is not blasphemy just because he's no longer with us. Like, it's basketball, it's sports. He was an athlete. If he were here, he would literally have the debate with you and try to argue you down himself, because Kobe loved talking sports. And Kobe loved talking in the hypothetical, to the point where the first thing he ever said to Michael Jordan is, "I will smoke you one-on-one."
The Jordan.
With that being said, people just love to like defend Kobe to the death and say, and this is one other thing that just goes to say, when athletes, because this has been a thing lately too, athletes trying to shut down their media counterparts for saying, "You never played the game better." Yeah, I'm talking to you, Ryan Clark. Yeah, I'm talking to you, D'Angelo Williams. Thinking people can't play or talk sports just because they haven't played on a particular level. You're out of your mind. Like, did you shut up when you were in high school before you hit pro? No, you talked ball. Like, so kill that noise. But it just goes to show that, yeah, they may have reached a certain height, but they're still fans of the game, just like you and I. And as a fan of the game, you can't ride with somebody so hard that you just say moronic stuff. So when Nick Young looked across the couch, Tracy McGrady, who was recently a guest on Gil's Arena, and said, not even the 3, just 1. Tracy McGrady would not have won 1 championship playing with Shaquille O'Neal.
Come on, bro.
Not 1. Prime Tracy McGrady, Orlando Tracy McGrady, who was arguably top 5 in the league.
Not a 1?
Scoring
Not
champ.
1. Not 1 champion. He wouldn't have got 1 out of the 3.
Blue and black Adidas T-Mac.
Right. Not 1 out of the 3. Trading him, putting him in Kobe's place. Get out of here, man. It's things like this that make me or understand why certain athletes had the career that they had.
Swaggy P.
So it's like, bro, like, not a 1. Not the 2000, not the 2001, not the 2002, or the 2004, even when they lost. Maybe he could have got that. He could have been the difference to get by the Pistons. But come on, man. Tracy McGrady was arguably the second best 2 in the league. He was top 5 player in the league. And I think if you put him on that team versus Kobe Bryant, I think he gets all 3. I think it plays out the same way. But he definitely gets at least 1. And it's like that kind of thinking. See, I see why you were stupid enough to let somebody record you talking about cheating on your girl.
Hey, yo.
I'm dead on that note.
So with that in mind, Swaggy, we love it. Like, and the beautiful thing is, like, we love you, and half the time you don't even know whether we laughing with you or at you. And that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about it. But on this beautiful day, Swaggy, please
do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Wow, man.
And listen,
D'Angelo Russell or something.
It was unfortunate because, to be real, as a T-Mac fan, I thought Drew Gooden was going to be somebody. I really did. I was watching them Kansas games like, oh yeah, he can get in the league. Oh yeah, nope, no, didn't happen.
I mean, if he'd have been patient, he would have got a chance to play with Dwight Howard. But no, he demanded a trade. It is what it is, though.
He wanted to get with y'all.
Yeah. But hey, now all that stuff is out of the way. It's fight night. Yeah, Canelo, Terrence Bud Crawford, putting on the pounds, moving up, taking on Canelo. Canelo, man, I mean, both of the guys' resumes and records speak for themselves. Canelo, 2 losses on his record, one to Floyd, arguably one of the greatest, and one where he moved up to light heavy to test his mettle. No shame in that. Not a lot of fighters have made that move successfully. Terrence Crawford trying to defend the O. When was the last time we saw Bud? He fought after Spence. He fought after Spence, I thought.
Did he?
I think he had one fight after Spence. Not 100. I can find out though.
My bad. I was out. My mic was off. Yeah, y'all. He fought the dude that was a shank. He was a roofer. He fought the cat from England. Don't make me lie to you. Because I was highly interested in that, but he fought right after that as well.
Israel Madrimov.
He fought Madrimov. Madrimov was the one that was actually supposed to be the one to take him off the map. The fight before that, the guy that he was supposed to fight dropped out, and he fought. Yeah, he fought the English dude who the week of was putting shingles on our house, and he said, "Yes, I'm gonna take the fight," which I thought that was a big deal for him at that time, for sure.
Yeah, but Madrimov was his last fight. That got him to 41. Earl got him to 40. Madrimov got him to 41. So he's trying to defend his O. Ironically, a lot of people don't know. I don't know how. Terrence Crawford is actually older than Canelo. 2 years older than Canelo. It's crazy to think of. Right. For as long as Canelo has been in the spotlight. From what I know, Terrence has been knocked down once in his career. I know I saw him get knocked down. But guess what? He got up and knocked that dude out. Canelo has never been knocked down in his professional career. I don't know about amateurs, but he's never been, not even by the light heavy. And he kind of took all those punches. He was never really in real danger. He just got beat pretty handily, but I don't know, man. It's I don't even know who the favorite is. I haven't looked yet today to see if anything changed going in, but come on, your thoughts, guys. Just I don't even got a question, man. Just tell me what you think. Guess we go to our guest and expert first, man. Give us the
spiel. Man, so first of all, man, you pretty much hit all the main points, bro. It's several factors in this, and I brought it up somewhat earlier in my little joint about Turkey Out Sheep, man. First of all, in any other realm, in the multiverse, this probably would not have happened. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the prowess of Mexican boxing, the face of Mexican boxing has always been someone who's gone in there, fought anybody, taken on all comers, and somewhat to a degree, Canelo has done exactly that. After you think about, maybe the past one or two fighters prior to may have had some discrepancy in who they fought, which they might have been choosing fighters closer to the end of their careers based around the funds that they were trying to retain rather than the funds that they would have lost had they lost. Canelo has gone in there and fought everybody. When it was Floyd, now let's not get it twisted. When it was Floyd was at the end of his career. Canelo was on the upswing. You know what I'm saying? We knew who Canelo was, but to fight Floyd for that money was a whole nother story. But to say that he did it at that point, I think that was a real big deal for Canelo, and he learned a lot. One of the biggest things that we have as a factor in this is going to be the weight class challenge, if you will.
Okay.
Crawford has moved up 2 weight classes so that he could challenge Canelo at 168 pounds. Still yet, like you said, 41-0 as a crazy record. and to do that through 3 divisions in a 4 belt era is ridiculous. That I don't care who you are, what division you in, to have 41 to be 41-0 in the 4 belt era is unheard of. Right around that same thing, the idea that the Netflix is pretty much a global platform. Um, the partnership with Netflix is huge. It's going to be the first one of its kind. Now, don't get me wrong, we have seen some other boxers or some people who call themselves boxers put on displays on Netflix, and y'all know what I'm talking about. It was okay. It was. I get it. I watched it. You know what I'm saying. But this is real. These are real fights, real dominant fighters going at it toe to toe. And to be real, I'm excited about more than just the main event, the co-main event. Colin Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr. Vargas Jr. I know right now is the son of Fernando Vargas, who used to
Ferocious
be
Fernando Vargas.
yeah, exactly. Who used to be the man. Right now, Vargas is 17-0. Kalen Walsh is 14-0 with 11 knockouts. Kalen Walsh is actually, the one that people wanted Fernando Vargas to fight in the past. So it just, once again, due to money and technicality, it didn't happen. So there's a lot really on the line on this. And then at the same time, another factor I knew, and there's something else I wrote down. And that's another. The other factor in this is the pay scale. The UFC style incentive for the undercard fighters, a grand total of up to $100,000 in bonuses for fight of the night and performance of the night. So not only can you make a name, but you can make a bag on the undercard of this fight. You're not even the main event. So it's incentivizing being the fight of the night or the performance of the night is basically saying, hey man, don't nobody want to see you dance around all night long. All right. Okay. You want 100,000 on top of what you got already to have this fight. We need you to go out there and put it on the line for the world to see. And I think I think that is a huge incentive. So I'm expecting the fights to be exciting. I'm expecting the fights to be I'm expecting them to not last long. I'm like, for real, because guys is gonna be swinging for the fences for that 100,000. But at the same time, I'm really excited about Crawford Canelo right now. I've been waiting on this for years. I feel like, and it's finally happening.
All right, Mar, what's your thoughts? Now I got a couple questions for both of you guys after you finish.
No, I just think it's just like about damn time that we get big name fighters fighting each other. And you kind of hit on something that I think is big for Crawford, because I think Canelo is already pretty established as international fighter. So although in the boxing world Bud is a big name, I think internationally he's probably missing that factor that Canelo is of being known internationally. So I think this is huge for Bud. So I expect him to just still be, I know the weight is obviously different, and he got to learn how to box with that. But he's smart enough, one of the smartest fighters in the game. I mean, I'm not worried about his mental. It's just, can he actually show and do the same technique that he did, 2 weight classes down. So, it'll be interesting to see because obviously, it kind of favors Canelo in this situation when it comes to the weight class. So, I mean, it'll be interesting. So I'm hoping Bud pulls it off, because I'm a big Bud Crawford fan. No disrespect to Canelo, but I love for Canelo. A great fighter for sure. I mean, we've seen his whole career pretty much professionally. So, but man, just as long as they ain't dancing, like let's throw some hands. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's gonna be some hands thrown. That's for sure.
I'm hoping so. But Bud, pretty much one of his strengths and advantage he's had over most people he's fought his entire career is he has ability to fight orthodox and unorthodox, and he'll switch between. Now, do you think a particular style will benefit him against Canelo?
To be honest with you, I would rather not see Bud do anything out of the ordinary. Canelo is such a intelligent fighter that you know, and he's seen all of the boxing. When I say all of the boxing, he's fought orthodox and unorthodox fighters. He's had challenges in and around the ring with both styles of fighting and has prevailed against both of them. And 9 times out of 10, he is already programming his mind to face that adversity.
Right.
I don't know if y'all see the videos, but you know what I'm saying. And people been kind of clowning about this, talking about Buddy has been, uh, you know, uh, you know, turning his back on his race, but he been training with Boots Ennis, man. Okay, if you know anything right now, Boots, if Crawford didn't go up 2 divisions, would be the next best thing to Crawford.
Right.
So I think that type of preparation going into a fight like this, where if I'm gonna fight somebody, I'm gonna fight the carbon copy. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying if you just merged decades, that I want to fight Mike Tyson, but instead, what I'm saying, somehow, some way, I'm going to end up fighting George Foreman. George Foreman, although bigger, still had the same punching power and dominance of stature when he fought, just like Mike. So I think this is one of those moments where I'm hoping that Bud has put in enough of his regular, normal, everyday thing into this that he don't got to change. You know what I'm saying? Because when you make those changes in the middle of a fight, that's sometimes when you get caught. So I'm hoping that's not an issue.
All right. And then we got a question coming in the comments. Bang. Angel Gonzalez, shout out Angel. Appreciate you for checking us out. So I want to know, when is the weigh-ins Canelo and Crawford?
The weigh-ins.
Weigh-ins.
The weigh-ins. When is the weigh-ins?
The weigh-ins. It said weigh-ins. That's funny.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the weigh-ins have already happened earlier today.
Yeah, that was early. Yeah.
The weigh-ins have already happened early today. They had a really mean stare down. If you know anything about boxing, both guys look very, very, very svelte. Everybody looks completely devoid of weight and stature, because you have drained all of the excess water out of your body. Much easier for Canelo to do, being that he is naturally this weight. A little harder for Crawford to do, being that he had to come up and be this weight. But
if he had to at all.
Yeah, if he had to at all, right, exactly. But when the hydration gets in there, because there's no hydration clause in this, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Tomorrow we're gonna see some who's real and who ain't. That's for real. And Canelo, Canelo looked like a little white brick wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see that tomorrow. But hey, Crawford, man, look, if Crawford gives us anything like what we saw against Errol Spence, and a big shout out to Errol Spence. I'm an Errol Spence fan. But Errol Spence is never going to be the same after that fight. I don't care what nobody says.
Nah.
If you saw it, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm looking for a good performance from Bud tomorrow, regardless of win or lose. I'm looking for a good performance.
Absolutely, appreciate your question, Angel. And usually, actually the weigh-in should be available on YouTube by now. Maybe you can go check that out. After you finish watching Audible Sports Podcast.
Yeah, it's available. You're gonna see Canelo do a little merengue on the stage.
Don't disrespect Canelo like that.
Canelo, you know it's real when you a little loopy because you dehydrated, so you start dancing and stuff. But Canelo is also trying to say, like, I'm not worried. That's two things right there. That the if anybody knows boxing, they always say that the fight doesn't start when you in the ring. It starts before. The stare down, a part of the fight. The handshake, a part of the fight. Canelo reached out and grabbed Bud's hand and shook his hand.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm the man. This is my event. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and Bud respectfully shook it. And he let go. Canelo stood there, did his thing, took his pictures. Canelo started doing a little shadow boxing. More Canelo. More points mentally for Canelo right there as it happens. Then on top of that, Bud walking off, he started to do a little merengue. Shoot, y'all think I'm worried? I'm about to salsa on the stage. I'm about to be a big time millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to go about the sport of boxing that a lot of people don't know or don't pay attention to. And the thing is, the big dog oftentimes is that person who does these things. And Canelo is surely putting this on display. The Gypsy King was really good at that. You know what I'm saying? The Gypsy King was one of the best at going up there, talking trash, then getting off the stage and telling everybody how he's no longer an alcoholic, he's eating clean and blah, 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 and then going out there and whipping you up. I think this is this is Canelo's way of doing it, but because of like language barriers, we just not asking him to talk.
So do y'all think Canelo sees Bud as a real threat? Hey, shout out Rock. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that like button, bro.
He better.
I do. Yeah, I do. I think Canelo learned a lot once upon a time when he fought Floyd. And obviously over his career, he's learned a lot. I think the biggest, to me, he became the man when he fought Triple G. I thought that would be his biggest test. And like, to me, Canelo's biggest strength is his chin. He can take a punch. Like, that's just what it is. I thought Triple G would be able to shake him or rock him, but once he figured out he could take his punch, then he just start walking him down. I believe he's gonna approach this fight the same way. So it's not that I don't think I do think he sees him as a threat, but Bud's gonna get a chance to take his best shot. And if Canelo takes it, that's when I think the fight gets interesting, because I want to see if Canelo's going to walk him down like he tried to do Triple G. And because if he does, then Bud can't win. But if Bud is able to break the machine, kind of like Rocky did Drago. It's like, you see, he's a man. He's not a machine. It gets interesting towards Bud. So, do I think Canelo beat Triple G? Nah. I think he beat them all three. And I was a Triple G fan. But actually, the first one I might give you, but the last two, nah, Canelo won those. Oh yeah, I want to take shots at either one of those questions.
Right. I am in the vein of, and this is him saying, does he think that Bud is a challenge?
A threat? Yeah.
Do you think
Canelo sees him as a threat?
Right. Okay. I am in the vein of Canelo is so good that the idea of threats is not the right term for what Canelo sees Bud as is an obstacle. He ain't a threat.
Mm-hmm.
This is something else. This is another thing in the way of Canelo's greatness. This is a thing. You know what I'm saying? And like, and this is me speaking in terms of Canelo specifically. I love Bud Crawford. Let's not
right.
But Canelo is saying this is a rock in my shoe. You know what I'm saying? This is a gnat in the kitchen while I'm cooking.
What?
This is something in the way. I gotta remove the thing that's in the way, and it's not like, and it's to other people. I understand the word threat. A threat would be two lions and there's only one gazelle. That's a threat. A shark, two sharks or something like that. Y'all know, let's get some Animal Kingdom pictures popping off, Bobby. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But for me,
stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, exactly. In all seriousness, it's Canelo saying, and he said it on numerous occasions, he wanted to fight Bud because that's the only other person that was worth him getting to the prowess that he can. Remember, dog, the only other person of real high stature like that Y'all remember Oscar De La Hoya?
That in my kitchen is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Come on, dog. Like I'm from the country, dog. I am from the country. Ain't nothing like being outside at the barbecue and that one fly flying around your head because the food smell good. Well, you done been there. You got your plate. You trying to eat, and it's one fly.
Come on, man. You got it.
Yeah,
He
and you
give
can't
him more credit than that, though.
But that's what Canelo sees him as. Not as some, but he should look at Bud as a threat. Yes, that is correct. He should, but he sees him in a different way, and that's how Canelo thinks because that's what makes him great. Let's put it like that.
All right, Mar.
No, look. I think both of these fighters are smart and intelligent as hell. So when it comes down to it, this is a chess match. So if Bud seen things too. He's probably not shook, not even worried about obviously the little mind games that Canelo was going to try to play it the way, and he ain't tripping about that. He's seen it all, done it all. He's been on the other end. And so when you are fighting, you seen so much. It's kind of like, I whatever. I say I'm a lion, you say you a lion. Then let's see, because it's gonna be a moment where somebody gonna be Mufasa and somebody gonna be Scar. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think this fight is just gonna come down to whoever makes the first mistake, and once whoever makes that first mistake, their opponent is so good at what they do, they're gonna just pounce on it. So whoever makes that first mistake, who blinks first, that's pretty much where it's at for me in this situation. So,
all right. So with that being said, go ahead and give it to us, man. Results, winner, and how do you see it ending?
Man, and I'm not inclined right now because I don't want to do it. Man. But if we could get and this is being real with you because this is Vegas. This fight is Vegas. This is a multi-million-dollar fight, right? Y'all remember how?
Yes, sir.
Y'all remember how Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk randomly? Yes, baby. Daddy. I know it's you got me. You messed up my talk. Daddy. But the whole point is Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury was out here and only expecting it to happen once. They ended up having almost a trilogy. I can definitely see a draw being the possibility. Straight up, I could definitely see a draw being a possibility. I can see a lot of waiting. I can wait to see. I can see a lot of waiting until mid rounds to actually start fighting, and then we'll have to really see what goes with the prediction. Yeah. I got to make more juice. I'm sorry, guys.
Go for it, man. Hey, handle it. Daddy duties is crazy. No, but Rocky agrees with you. You said split decision draw.
That juice.
Who you got, more?
No, it's tough.
Yeah, it is. It is.
If Bud doesn't knock him out, I can see a split decision going Canelo. I want Bud to win, but I just if he doesn't knock him out, or at least put him on his ass just once, knock him down, then because if Bud hits the canvas, I think is yeah. So if he doesn't put him on the canvas or at least knock him out, I think it's a split decision for Canelo.
That's a tricky one, Rock.
I never feel obligated to root for nobody.
I know, but if I don't think black people who are real boxing fans, who are true boxing fans, they don't feel. But I think the casual boxing fan and somebody who is just watching because of somebody else, I think they might really do. Your casual fans, and do you think that black people feel obligated to support Terrence Crawford?
Oh man, heck yeah! What? Yeah.
So, if you don't know, I feel like boxing fans don't, but I feel like the casual fan does.
Yes, that's a great answer, man. But and then on the flip side, I've heard this from and then shout out to my Boricuas, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my cans, all my Ans, all my Hondurans, my Mexicans, all everybody. You know what I'm saying? I've had this conversation over the week 2 or 3 times because at my branch, at my job, I'm the sports guy. So they come in there asking me about football games and boxing or whatever. And it's a thing where if you are the Canelo is technically the Mexican face of boxing, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then when you just take out Mexican, he is the Hispanic face of boxing. I don't care what part of South America you in, they are supporting Canelo Alvarez. So for us here, we get to kind of pick and choose. But anywhere else under Texas, it ain't even a question. They can be Colombian, they could be Dominican, Puerto Rican, Honduras, Uruguay, whatever. They going for Canelo. Straight up.
Yeah. And I'll take it even further, Rock. I'll tell you what, this is one of those few instances. It ain't even a black thing. Americans feel obligated to go for Terrence Crawford.
There you go. That's the next one. That's the next ring right there.
Yeah.
We got a president supporting people every day.
I'm saying here we Canelo our favorite Hispanic guy, AP.
Yeah. What are they?
But yeah, I'll tell you, me too. I want to see Bud win, but I've seen Bud touch the canvas before. I've never seen Canelo do it. I've never even really seen Canelo in real danger. I gotta go Canelo split decision. Canelo split decision. That's where I see it. But, hey,
and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the tricks to come out tomorrow too. I'm waiting for the tricks to come out. How high is the belt level gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Where your navel at? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the rabbit punches and that below the belt. Like you know what I'm saying? When you get in that fire, you gonna pull the trick out, bro. I'm gonna accidentally, we gonna clash heads one time. That's gonna turn the fight. That's gonna turn the fight a whole other way. If we in close, and I lift my head up and hit the bottom of your chin. Whoops, my bad. Now you bleeding. Yeah. I'm waiting on the trick to come out. And the thing is, even though I say that, y'all sleeping. Canelo is the one that's slicker than most people think.
Yeah, he's super ring experience. He's had over 100 fights.
Right.
If you include his amateur career. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, right? I watched the Jaime Munguia fight, right? Mm-hmm. This with Canelo. This was in May or April of 24, right? And this is Jaime Munguia is the equivalent of what Canelo was at that age for Mexican boxing. And they were fighting, and it was entertaining, but Canelo was such an overpowering figure, and even though he knew what was going on, he had Jaime Munguia caught. Jaime Munguia was going down. He caught him real nice and quick, pushed him back up against the ropes, made him stand up, last another 2 rounds. I'm looking and even though we want to see the knockout and all that kind of stuff like that, I think Canelo is aware of the spectacle around him. Where if he begins to take advantage of Crawford by some strange reason, that he's not going to end it quickly. He's going to give Crawford time to recover. He's going to pull off the gas a little bit. He's going to wait. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Jaime Munguia was pretty much out on his feet at least twice. But Jaime Munguia was held up by Canelo, and they later showed it, with those hyperbolic microphones next to the mic. He whispered in his ear, I wanted you to get to this point. He whispered at him, I wanted you to get to this point in Spanish, I wanted you to get to the 12th round so that you can get the fight bonus, because if you would have fell down 8 before 10, you wouldn't have got that money. So I think he's aware. I think Canelo is extremely aware of the spectacle, and will give Bud, although this is a boxing match, he's gonna give Bud the respect. But don't be surprised if we see a little gamesmanship here and there in that ring tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, last time Buzz last knockout was 2 fights ago against Errol Spence. Canelo has not had a knockout since 2021. So just something to look out for during the fight. But at the end of the day, I think everybody just wants to see a good fight and be entertained. And speaking of entertainment, as sports fans, we look to one place usually when we want to be entertained. That's ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
And ESPN has done us the solid of putting together a list of the top 25 boxers of the 21st century. For those who can't do math, that's the 2000s. Remember the century is always one number ahead of the actual year that we in. So 2000s, 21st century. There we go. And we're gonna look at it and let you know what we think. Start off with the top 10. We got Floyd number 1, Manny Pacquiao number 2, Bernard Hopkins number 3, Alexander Usyk number 4, Canelo number 5, Andre Ward number 6, Bud number 7, Juan Manuel Marquez number 8, Roy Jones Jr. number 9, and Naoya Inoue at number 10. Any issues with the top 10?
Top 10. I am in a way. I am in a way surprised that Loma didn't make it higher.
I was going to say no Loma.
Yeah, I was surprised. Now, don't get me wrong, Naoya Inoue. This is recent that he is the Chinese excuse me. Well, let's just put it,
the monster.
He's the Asian boogeyman. All right, but he does not have the he don't got the marks on his resume like I would think Loma did. Right. And it's not to say that he won't get him. Once again, somebody in the 4-belt era who is traversing a landscape of fighters and taking them out one at a time. But yeah, when you really get up here, Andre Ward, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Andre Ward could come back and fight right now.
Yeah, he's been saying he would fight Canelo.
Right. Yeah. Whoa. You put Andre Ward on the books now. This is a different fight. So I like Andre Ward at 6. Usyk, to be real with you, I probably would have swapped out B-Hop for Usyk. I'd have swapped it out. I really would have put Usyk for real, because we're not taking into account that Usyk was the cruiserweight champion for multiple years. That's why he moved up to heavyweight. I probably even slide Manny down some, because Pacquiao, I think in the 2000s had how many fights? 3, 4. Usyk's fought multiple times a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's up for grabs, but yeah, that top 10 it's the right names in it, but I think I would change the order, and I definitely would swap Inoue out for Loma.
Okay. I know Rob made the comment, said Marquez over Roy is kind of crazy. Not that crazy, man. To me, most of Roy's greatness was pre-2000. I know. I mean, basically up until 2003. I don't even count anything after 2003 for Roy, because he shouldn't have fought after he fought Tarver the first time. He should have been donezo. And basically after 2003, he's sub 500. He had the knockouts. It definitely wasn't Roy. So that's not shocking. I don't even think I would put Roy in the top 10 for the 2000s. I might have him just outside.
That's not a bad.
And that's and for Roy Jones, that's still not bad, to be honest.
Right, for the just for the 2000, not career. Career, I think he's the greatest.
Yeah, what Bud Crawford's trying to do now, Roy Jones pretty much did at that time back in the late 90s and early 2000s.
I don't like Usyk being so high.
Really?
I don't know why. I'll put Canelo over Usyk. I'll put Bud over Usyk. I could make the argument to put Ward over Usyk. This is like, essentially without Usyk being heavyweight champ, like we wouldn't even know who he was. Like
And
he's made
and unfortunately that is true.
right. It's like he's made more noise recently. So like in 10 years, I think he would have earned fourth on a list. But up to now, like I don't think so. But what we got? Number 20. At number 11, Triple G. Number 12, Joe Calzaghe. 13, Eric Morales. 14, Vasily Lomachenko. 15, Oscar De La Hoya. 16, Chocolatito Gonzalez. 17, Tyson Fury. 18, Miguel Cotto. 19, Vitaly Klitschko. And 20, Marco Antonio Barrera. All right. Now how's that top 10 looking?
Ain't no way in the world I would ever put Miguel Cotto over any Klitschko.
Either Klitschko, right? Either Klitschko.
Yeah. Either Klitschko. That's wild.
Now remember, you got to cut it 2000 and 2000 and up. No, nothing before 2000 counts.
I like, once again, after 11 through 25, through 20, like I can agree that this list is legit. Yeah, Rock, you're right. Usyk's resume is amazing. When you add up cruiserweight victories on top of beating the most dominant, look at that, beating the most dominant heavyweights, all of them, because. And this is all because of Turkey Al-Sheikh. He fought Joshua twice, Dubois, and Fury. You know what I'm saying? The only other person he might have, if had the losses not taken him down, only other person he could have beat during this last maybe 5-6 years span would have been Deontay Wilder. That would have been the only other person that he could have fought that would have made sense. But yeah, everybody who was a heavyweight who was worth something, he took out. And that, for me, that should have moved him just a little bit higher on this list, just a little bit.
It's the last of a dime breed of that weight class, man. That weight class is brutal.
Yeah, and I mean, but see the thing, like, yeah, he beat Joshua, but Joshua had already been exposed. So it's like, is that victory really that good? Either one of them? And like, not lie, he didn't lose by accident. He didn't barely lose. He got destroyed. Like,
hey Bobby, it's like everybody had a turn. It's your turn now.
Right. Andy Ruiz like destroyed Anthony Joshua. And that was like Deontay Wilder first losing. Like, oh, he can be beat. And then everybody just started kicking it. It was the same thing with Joshua. He can be beat. Everybody started kicking his ass. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It was, and once again, when you see the chink in the armor or that jaw begin to shift in a boxer's life, man, it's a whole nother ball game. And unfortunately, it happened to all them boys. Dubois tested Anthony Joshua's 10. We should have, if you're a fan of boxing, everybody knows that somewhere in what should have happened. We should have saw a Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight, but that never happened because both of them lost.
Yeah. To be Ruiz, but that's because he should have never lost to Ruiz in the first place. Like, this dude came straight from Dunkin' Donuts into a boxing ring and smacked you up.
Yeah, Ruiz was on another level at that fight. He was.
Yeah. And Tyson, I think Tyson stopped caring about boxing after he smacked up on Deontay. He got paid and was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
He tried his best to make the Usyk thing worth his while. Yeah. I feel once he conquered that last great challenge, after, like he always says, after he became sober, it wasn't as exciting fighting Usyk to him. Yeah, this is Dunkin' Donuts ad.
That's crazy.
USA State's too big for Joshua. Yeah.
5 seconds.
And then
what words are you saying?
Thought he was.
Oscar. Ooh. I can't remember when did Oscar start just after. He got beat by Floyd in the 2000s. He definitely got beat by Pacquiao in the 2000s. He was at the end. I don't know if I can put him top 15.
Nah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I get the last 5.
That's what I'm saying. Some of those.
Katie Taylor, 21. Vladimir Klitschko, 22. Clarissa Shields, 23. Winky Wright, 24. And Tim Bradley Jr., 25. Hey, Winky was that dude for like 4 years.
Yeah. Winky was on. Winky was definitely on.
Yeah.
I got a coworker who dates her sister dates Winky apparently.
Oh, nice. You know.
Yeah, she showed me
nice podcast. We would like to sit down and talk to him.
I would love to. Yeah, for sure. Why? You're not talking about boxing, baby.
She gonna box you. You don't get that damn juice ready.
You said,
she gonna box you if you don't get that damn juice ready.
Oh man, she doesn't drink 3 things of juice. This diaper need to be changed. Probably that's how much juice she drank.
Nice to see the female representation. Katie Taylor and Clarissa Shields for sure.
Yeah. As far as female boxing, yeah, Katie Taylor definitely in there. A straight warrior. The savagery that she used to admit on other women who I think was unsuspecting after they smiled in her face and played a little bit. I think she definitely deserves to be up here. For women's boxing, yeah, Clarissa Shields definitely deserves to be up here. And here she goes touching stuff. And then there might be one other woman, but these are the 2 for sure. These are the 2 that you can't question at all. So they got the right one. Alicia Baumgartner is who I was thinking about. Alicia Baumgartner would be the other woman that I would consider putting on this list.
And let me see. I can't remember if she had any fights in the 2000s. Yeah, she sure did. Layla, where's Layla?
Oh yeah. Oh look, that's the new thing now. They said that somebody put that bread up for Layla to fight Clarissa.
Ain't doing that fight, man.
15 man. She.
Hey, stop.
Oh, 47 years old. Layla.
Right, she ain't trying to fight nobody. But she should definitely be on this list.
Yeah, definitely should be on this list.
I can take her over Tim Bradley at least.
Tim Bradley got some tough wins. I give him that.
He did. And honestly, I was watching a little something on the list. I don't know if it's controversial or not. Max Kellerman. No, Max knows boxing. He said,
I miss Max.
He said Manny should actually be number 1.
Manny?
Over Floyd. Yeah, over Floyd.
I don't agree with that.
He said he dominated more weight classes. He fought more people in their prime. And he said while Floyd did beat him, just the quality of opponents and what he did was better than what Floyd did. He said in ring only. He was not counting Floyd's impact outside the ring. Outside the ring, it's no contest. But just inside the ring, he said pound for pound, he can't put Floyd above Manny on the list.
I don't agree with that. Although Manny's impact outside of the ring is big too, because he became the president of his island, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the Philippines. Yeah,
he became the president of the Philippines, bro. Like that's a big deal. So, I'm still with Floyd at number 1. Impact in the ring, outside the ring, 50-some wins. and he's fighting people. He fighting people at charity events and just knocking out strangers. I'm down. I'm down with that. Let it happen.
I mean, he did lose to T.I. though.
Somebody
I'm
did
just
lose.
saying. I'm just saying. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
Floyd heard about them guns, man. He knew to leave Tiny alone.
ESPN do a good job overall. Let's see, scale of 1 to 10. What's your grade for how they did on this list?
I give this list a 7 because there are only 2 or 3 names I would move around, and 3 is good. You know what I'm saying? 3 names is good. Maybe, like I said, maybe the only other woman in the 2000s I might have added would have been Alicia Baumgarten, but then we would have had to take somebody off. But yeah, for sure, these names, solid names, all world class fighters, all fighters who are at the top of the game, all champions, just about. And you know, boxing won't be the same without some of them. I'll tell you that. Boxing in the 2000s won't be the same without some of them.
Mark?
Nah, man, I thought the list was till we start getting Miguel Cotto over it, both Klitschko brothers. But you know, they probably they definitely watch more boxing than me, so I'm not gonna hammer them too hard. ESPN. So.
I'm right on with it. Probably a 7. It's like, I know, we've done a few lists on this show. I would gather this was probably the most difficult list for somebody to do that we reviewed, because for some of these guys, a lot of these guys, you're cutting off their careers. A lot of these, few of the guys on this list had major things happen pre-2000. So it's like to cut their career to an exact point, and you like Roy Jones, like I said, like he's basically sub 500 after the 2000s. So to have him, it's difficult to have him where he is on the list. Whereas if you go count his whole career, he's top 5. So I give him a 7. Get on ESPN for doing that. And yeah, man, talking lists is fun. We always trying to find lists we can do, things we can talk about, things we can debate, and that can wear on you mentally. And which brings us to our next subject. Y'all know how we do. If you've been with us, you know where we're going. If you're new, hang around, relieve some stress, get some stuff off your chest. This is our weekly check-in. We trying to get rid of that stigma 1 week at a time of mental health in the male community, especially among black males. We feel like we can't open up or express ourselves, or that we have to be tough all the time. We're trying to break that down, because you bottle those emotions in. Sometimes they come out at the wrong time, and bad stuff can happen when that happens. So 3 things that we found that we can ask each other. If you know, say it with me. Nah. I asked my brothers, hey, what stresses are y'all dealing with lately? What have you done to eliminate those stresses? And what do you need from me to help you get through? So, we pass it over to our guest first. Aside from juice problems, man, what you going through, man?
Man, to be real, man, it's a blessing and a curse, pretty much what I go through, because of course I love children, but there are times in which hey, look, man, y'all got to go to somebody else's house just for a little while. I don't care who house it is, what I'm saying, relatives, cousins, church members, family members, y'all got to go. But nah, man, right now, man, the regular stresses of the everyday black man and the everyday man period are the only thing I'm going through. So we taking our days one at a time. But I think my Lord and Savior, everybody else's, for just giving me the opportunity to traverse those problems, because there's somebody out there that wake up that can't handle them problems no more. So I'm good right now, and I appreciate you asking.
No doubt. More?
Yeah, man. So typical, stresses are just making sure everything is in order where it's supposed to be. Getting the kids through school during the week, making sure that I'm present. That's all. Just all that ass, just hold me accountable. Like, hey, bro, man, I ain't heard from you in a minute because I know I can get lost in the sauce of just going through the regular grind. So, but we turning to you, Bobby, man. Any stresses you dealing with? How you dealing with them, and anything me or Whit can help you out, man, and deal with them stresses, man.
This week was actually a pretty soothing week, man. I think the youngin, his football season starting, so being out there for his practices actually kind of helped me relieve a lot of stress and getting him ready for his game. His first game of the season is tomorrow, which will be stressful on its own. So, but yeah, this week has been a lot better than some of my previous weeks. Still dealing with the family situation. So, yeah, just keep my folks in your prayers. Man, you've been great. Just texting me, keeping my mind on other things. So I appreciate you for that and reaching out. And yeah, just like I say, man, a random message from somewhere sometimes, because just like I was zoned out and getting my head, and sometimes you just need that somebody to say something to you real quick to just bring you back out of your thoughts. So definitely challenge for the people, man. You got a challenge for the people for the week?
Hey, man, just whatever you just feel like doing, just do it. For real. Like out of nowhere, wifey was able to get us tickets to the opening game. So I was like, okay, I guess we're going. So yeah, just have fun this weekend and enjoy life. And life's too short. And it's been a crazy week this week, man. And obviously we didn't, obviously 9/11 was the anniversary of that happened. Went out now. But, how long ago was that? Damn. Anniversary of that. And of course, the day before that was some crazy stuff that kind of just go out there and just enjoy life, man. It ain't got time to be dealing with no craziness. So keep it simple, man.
All right. We got a challenge. Cool if you don't.
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, man, I'm going to challenge everybody to take 5 minutes in the car. You know what I'm saying? Take 5 minutes in your car before you go to work, after you go to work, maybe when you get home, and tell the people around you thank you. When I say the people around you, I'm talking about, I'm not getting too deep, but there's always something that I feel as though is pushing me forward, helping me be better, making me strive for a little more. And every once in a while, man, I sit in the car and I just say thank you, because you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I didn't get here on my own merit, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I can't call Ma right now and say thank you. But I appreciate Ma. I appreciate Bobby. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate my grandparents. I appreciate my parents. I appreciate the things that have been done and laid down for me. And I want everybody to just, take 5 minutes, man. It don't even take 5, maybe like 2 or 3. Just think on what got you to this point. And before you get out and traverse the next obstacle, just say thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I like it.
Ain't that?
For me, my challenge to the people. First, I got 2 challenges. Every day this week, take 15 minutes just to yourself. Well, just sit down and just be. Take a breath. Meditate. Just 15 minutes every day. It helps you so much. And my second one, every day this week, go back through the catalog and watch an episode of the Audible Sports Podcast. Catch up on what you missed in the past, and see what we've been up to. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the Rec Room Sports. You know, see what they doing over there. And,
Yeah.
you know, hey, you know what you missed. Nah, but yeah, everybody just every day take 15 minutes to yourself, man. Like, doesn't seem like a lot. It doesn't seem like it would do a lot, but it does so much, man. Just sit and be still, even for 15 minutes, can do so much. You know, for your physical being, for your mental being, man. So,
Very true.
yeah. So we gonna conclude so Whit can take his 15 minutes. Ratting you out.
Not now.
We're telling people I got to tell them thank you. I need to tell my wife thank you. She just picked up dinner for everybody.
Hey.
Some little tables and children gonna eat. That's why they run around.
What's for dinner?
Burger King, bro. We gonna keep it. We gonna keep it focused. We
I'll
got
be
some
there in
Burger
20 minutes.
King. Yeah, we got. That's what we got going on Burger King tonight, man.
Yeah, I'll be there in 20 minutes. There we go.
Oh, I got a waffle for you.
Quarter of the week comes from Andre Guide, and that quote is, "It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not." One more time. It is better to be hated for what you are than it is to be loved for what you are not. You know, take from it from what you will. And you know, before we get out of here, let the folks know what you got going on for the rest of the week.
Oh man, yeah, for sure, man. Check this out, man. Each and every Tuesday, y'all can catch me, Bobby, and a crew of other people that I can't do the show without. It won't be possible without them on the Rec Room Sports Show. You know, and it's cool because even on the weekends they got something on the Rec Room Sports Hub, man. You can catch Tanner, you can catch Alan and Uncle Scott on Sundays between the hours of 9 and 10. Doing Lock It In. That's right. If you're a fantasy guy, if you're doing your sports betting, come lock it in with people who really are out here in the streets, handicapping and getting them numbers right for you. And join us on the Red Room Sports Hub on YouTube for that. But you know, if you need me, you know what time it is, man. Follow me on every social media site. I was very blessed to get that name first and early. So if you type in your boy K-Whit, it's only one.
Absolutely, Mar. What you got for the folks, man?
Hey, man, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and watch a lot of football. All right? Boy, we see y'all next week. You know what it is.
Absolutely, y'all know this. Before we get out of here, one more time, man, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on so you know the next time that we're here. And you can be here every Friday, 7:05 Eastern, 4:05 Pacific. And shout out to Rock, AP, Angel Gonzalez, Omar the Sports Professor, everybody who's in the chat. And hey, shout out to everybody watching us on X, aka Twitter. You know, make sure y'all click the link in my profile, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. And hey Lala, we didn't see her today. Give her a shout out too, you know. Go ahead and, you know, do what she says, or she will pop up in your career about 2-3 in the morning. We don't know what she's gonna do, and you don't want to know what she's capable of. So just do what she says, you know. Go. Yeah. Anywho, you know, we'll catch y'all next week, and yeah, like the man said, watch lots of football, and just stay away from Matthew Stafford, aka
Hey yo.
Stafford. Peace.
Wow.
Hey.